There's many different paths when attacking A. You can come underneath the tunnel and up here. From here you can boop them off high ground. But many times there might be someone watching you, scouting you, like waiting for you to come up that tunnel, so be careful. You can also come far right. When you come far right, you come up high, top. And if there's anyone that's peeking into your spawn trying to get that extra ult charge at the beginning, you can boop them off. Even if they're peeking on this far edge, barely out of position, you can still boop them off. And it's free low for your team. If you've come this way, then you still want to be able to boop that high ground, so you can actually just quickly grab the corner here, swing around, weave yourself through the tree and the bush, and then boot them off. But once you're on this bridge, going down mid is a possibility. You have your team right there to follow up, which can be dangerous because running down mid is always dangerous if you don't have shields. You can come top right and over this wall, and from here you can then wait for your cooldown of grapple, and then engage from here. Boot them all into your team, out of position, out of their shield cover. If somehow you got top left for free and were able to push out of that, then this is a free low boop too. But that's pretty hard to get out without them seeing you. You could also just go right over the roof here and slam in. By the time you land and slam, your grapple will be almost off cooldown and you can grapple out safely. But then in the mid fight here, it gets a little brawly at the end as always. You can just slam off the fountain with the payload. Some people don't know this, but this wall, you can any character can stand on this ledge all the way across. You can use this ledge to get to the right side, to get behind them, and in the church. Or you can quickly jump around onto their high ground. From here, you're above them. As always, on every point, you want to be above them. With this high ground, you can push them from an off angle, make them look another way, and when you have your opportunity, no matter if they're playing on any part of this laneway, you can boop them out. You also want to push off this high ground, so here, if you grapple here, you can boop them out and slam them real quick. The DPS up there. And then even for the end of this point, you have high ground, you can get all the way behind them, and no matter where they're playing, you can just spot them. You can go on the back line here, ignore the tanks, pressure the back line, and then when you need to escape, you'll boop the tanks out on your way safely. You can also come all the way through right side to get behind them to disrupt the back line. You can also come far right, coast side, to get behind them. You can either boop them down here now, or you can continue down that path for the back line. The third point, if you fought them really close and they don't have spawns yet, you can quickly get up here and hide in this corner. Some people actually don't know this corner exists. Or you can come in this corner. Most people don't come out of that door, but if they do, you're in a corner, they shouldn't check that. And then from here, you're behind them, and you have a clean scoop on the entire team. But if that doesn't work out, you're going to have to get them behind them a new way. Top right is the only other way to get near them. Controlling high ground is always good. Push out DPS up here, and then from here you can slam, or boop, full commit, or half commit. You can push out that back line, and then you can even rotate all the way through their spawn to get another long, clean boop on the entire team. Once they're at the end of it, it's just brawly again. You can quickly grapple over like this and slam onto them, but for the most part you're just using point to slam and spin and stall it out. You can also get up to above here, so if you've won and they have a recontest, you can quickly do this. So now you have a clean slam setup on them, and when you land you still have your grapple to spin around point. Or you could just slam off cart, but it's less likely that they will stun you when you're coming from the skybox. Setting up defense, there's plenty of ways. The red building is the best. If someone comes up here, you can boot them off real quick, and then you're set up to slam them when they come past the corner. Your team can't see them on the other side of this corner, so wait for them to pass into the open. Once in the open, your team can assist you and follow up on your setup. But for the most part, you're pretty far away from your team. You're going to get every single cooldown used on you, so get ready to get out real quick or use cover. You can also hold the yellow building. It's a little more difficult because your team cannot see you when in ball form when you're on this wall, so you can't really get healed by your honor or someone. But this way you can actually get a boop on them before you slam them. Same with if you hold down here. No one ever comes here, and if they do, they shouldn't see you. And then you have another clean boop and slam on them. Once that fight, the choke under the bridge starts happening, you just kind of want to look on high ground behind them and pressure them, and then you have a free boop whenever you see your opportunity on them. There's also a corner jump here to quickly retake high ground if you're on point. And again, use the green markets to slam, the fountain, and the rest of this point is just brawl. Get your kills, there's no displacement to be done. Second point, you can come behind them using the same ledge and have a free boop on them. people shouldn't be looking out top right, they'll be focusing on your team in the front line. But if you're playing with your team, you can also just run in and slam off this ledge and then boop their tanks. But then throughout this entire laneway again, you're high ground over them, you can boop them wherever. You want to rotate and watch the flank over here, make sure no long range are taking the flank high ground on your team. You can corner jump here to take high ground again quickly, and then it's another bridge control. You slam onto them or boop them out whenever you have the opportunity. You can also bounce or wall jump off the car to retake high ground if there's a sniper up there. Surprisingly, you can wall jump this yellow wall, even though it's very high, or this corner if it's a little bit easier on this corner. Third point, there's not really anywhere to play aside from this tiny little bit of high ground. You can rotate left behind them. They're probably going to be watching you, but you can boop them from there, or you can drop bottom right. Again, they might see you, but you're now behind them and you can boop them out. But those are very risky positions, so playing on this bridge is probably the best option because you can get to your team very quickly. As they push farther, there's more open space behind them, so you can get behind them with different routes. Using this left side, you can come all the way behind them. When you're fighting on point, be the first one to come to this high ground and pressure the McCree or soldier who is up here.